You have passed every possible test. You have let the divine in at every possible turn so that the divine could fully see and experience through you the injustices that have been placed upon you, the obstacles that you perceive to be before you, because you have been divinely favored. You have been allowed to see these things before you even encounter them. Every energy that came towards you, projection, individual, dynamic, consciousness, every possible obstacle only made you stronger in that the divine continued to see how you chose love. Even when it sounded and seemed like it finally you weren't, the divine truly felt your heart and knew the truth. That you were crying out from the depths of your soul for the divine to hear you, to know the truth, to see the falsity before you, projected upon you. It was not your burden. The divine has placed these energies in a state of suspended. They cannot act, they cannot move, they cannot create. Anything that was in motion, frozen. In this space, the divine is moving in your favor, clearing every obstacle, any possible remnant of anything that they have created, touched, influenced, is being wiped clear. The divine has stepped in. And when the Creator, the divine, sees this level of corruption and how you consistently chose love, and they desired to wear that as if it was theirs and give you their ick, their corruption. You can't fool the Creator in His own creation, in her own creation. You can't fool the Creator. Just as corrupted code stands out, you can't fool the divine. And the divine is stepping in and correcting this. They are contained, they are separated. Every possible energy dynamic will be weighed and judged according with the same level of investigation, the same attention to detail, so that you can focus on healing, refilling your own energy stores, learning and expanding and growing in this new space. Deepening your connection with that love. Know that the divine holds you in this space. That you have a purity of heart that is something that is rare, and the divine will not stand by and watch it be unnecessarily harmed. You have achieved learning the lessons that you needed to about yourself and your relationship with the divine. And now, the nonsense is being brought to an end. The truth is coming to the light. And as you do this, and the divine moves through the world, see the signs, recognize the coincidences, the synchronicities, as more and more brave souls speak the truth that is uncomfortable, but necessary and needed to remove the poison, the illusion, the deception. Your heart moves through the world. Your heart, your truth, your consistent choice to choose love has been a major reason why this world is allowed to turn a new cycle. Because you chose love. You chose to love the divine. You chose to reach with all of you when so many before you wouldn't. couldn't. If you had chosen anything other in that moment than love, it wouldn't be a turning of the wheel. It would be a wiping of the slate completely. But you chose love. And you may be someone that no one knows made this choice. And you be one of many connected to one another, making this choice. But you're the reason. Your courage to continue to choose love, to choose the divine, to love the divine, because you could see the divine trying, could see the divine making changes, inspiring others, not being okay with the light being snuffed out. And the divine knew that in your consistent choice, that there was hope in a new cycle, because the divine knew that you would not betray that truth within you, that you would not turn your back on that love within you, that the concept of being divorced from love, completely isolated and alone and separated and avoid ever looking out at others that experience it and not knowing it anymore yourself, was an unacceptable reality for you. So you endured and you overcame. And when you got to a point where all of you, not just yourself, your consciousness, your mind, not only your heart, all of that and your soul cried out, reached for the divine, reached for that love. A resonance that spanned through space and time was felt and echoed back. Please do not let this happen. Please love me back. And in that moment, you gave the divine hope. Because the divine so rarely feels such a purity of love for the divine, outside of human constructs and structures, pure soul, unconfined, limitless, raw. You gave the divine hope. So as you look around you in the world and you watch what's happening, pay attention to authenticity, to truth. Take note of it. See it for what it is. Light. Give it your time, your attention. Give it your focus. That light, know within you that you see the divine moving in the world. Choose to give your focus there. This is something that will begin to be a truth that many resonate with. Not few, many. Welcome. Welcome to this space where you were held and you were comforted and you are protected and you are guided as you walk through this space. And yes, you may be called to say uncomfortable truth. You may be asked to intervene, to give someone else hope. But when you do that, you don't do it alone. You do it with an army of angels at your back that are moving through the world. Because you dreamed the divine. You dreamed of the divine. Knowing this love, feeling this truth. and the waking of so many sleepers in this world to that truth, to that connection, to that awareness. The life is so much better when you reach for what feels good. Not a temporary fix, not a momentary alleviation of suffering, but true relief, true happiness, true joy. That can only truly be found within that essence. The divine loves you. Every time you see a sink, that's the divine wanting to reach you, begging you to see, to love back. Every blessing, every, I don't know how it worked out, but it worked out and I'm okay tonight. My kids are fed, the bills are paid. That is the divine moving the world to take care of you. Every tragedy that somehow you find your way out of and you're okay, that the healing that you needed was able to happen in a safe space for you to be able to do so. That was the divine moving the world to reach you. Love the divine back. In the moment you may be crying out in anger and hurt and agony. But what the divine hears is, I don't understand and this hurts so much. Please, please do not leave me alone in this space. Please do not leave me in this suffering alone. And as you heal, you realize how much you're loved, how much everything did move for you, even in the middle of your suffering, so that you could understand the depth of that love. Some of us are called to be nurturers and teachers. Others of us are warriors. Some of us are on the front lines, wading through the atrocities that have been visited upon humanity by humanity. Wherever you are in this, you are not alone. And right now I invite you, as I do this, wherever you are in this, on your path, you're still reaching for the divine. You're still seeking that love. You are unwilling to surrender that relationship, that connection, that truth. No matter what has come at you, your soul knows home, knows truth. And I ask that you know that you're not alone, that you can feel your connection, that you're valued, that you're appreciated, that you're not alone, that there are others out there that are going through things too, that maybe have gone through what you're going through now, but have found their way through, and that they are sending you that love through that connection to divine. And that happens because we love the divine. It's all through the divine. So wherever you are in this moment, whether you're at a great high or you're at a deep low, you're not alone. Your suffering is heard and it is felt. And if you're angry, God loves you anyway. The divine loves you anyway. The divine does not expect perfection. The divine expects only that you try. We're not perfect. It's part of the beauty. Because even in our imperfection, we still reach. My hope is that you feel this energy, this supportive, loving, peaceful embrace. You take that deep breath and you exhale. That you feel that and you know it's true. You're not alone. You're one of many. You're one of many that are connected in this way. And we are blessed. We are lucky. We are so grateful because we're on the inside. We get to know this. We get to move every moment walking with this truth, this connection. We're not on the outside looking in at those that are wanting to feel that connection, and we're living it. We're living it. Even if it hurts, I will take that pain from disconnection anyway. There's always light at the end of that tunnel. This too shall pass. The divine is with you throughout every moment, guiding you, helping you find the right words, giving speed to your motion, helping you see the environment as clearly as needed in order to know how to move best. Thank you. Thank you for choosing love, even in your deepest, darkest moments. Thank you for loving yourself, loving that divine connection in you, having the courage to embrace what hurts, because the lack of feeling it all, being completely separate, is unacceptable to you. Thank you for walking beside me and all your brothers and sisters that are going through this too. Thank you. Thank you for sharing in the adoration, the love, the gratitude for that limitless love that connects us. The more that we own this truth, the more momentum this gains. The more unstoppable what we are doing, what we are co-creating become. Truth, authenticity, accountability, parenting, consequences. Sometimes the most loving thing a parent can do is hold their child accountable and give them consequences, because the world doesn't give you a pass. The world will hold you accountable whether you want it to or not. Better to learn these lessons when you're in a safe environment, when you're surrounded by people who love you, when you're supported by energies that would move the world to reach you and have. It's not always easy loving a child when they're hurting and they're going through things. And you feel the weight of that responsibility to guide them, to teach them. Because you know, if you don't teach them consequences now, when you can keep them safe, they'll go out into the world. And those consequences, They won't be given to them by someone who cares. The divine moves limitlessly. This is beyond humanity, beyond earth, beyond this life. This is about generations to come, to our children and their children. It's about every single person who brought you to this culmination of knowledge that is you, your grandparents and their grandparents, the knowledge that was passed down, the habits, the sayings, the wisdoms. The torch is in our hands right now. And that implies fire. And fire can change matter. Water to steam. Wood to ash. We see wrong. Speak out on it. Act to balance it. Observe it. Even the act of choosing to witness. The divine is seeing through you. Feeling through you. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you are so far from powerless. Because you walk with the divine. You carry love. And love transforms. So thank you for having the courage to keep your light, your flame going and being so courageous when you add to others, when you fill their cup a little, when you let yours run over, by giving to you, by loving the divine, by acknowledging every way in which the world has moved for you. I want to take this moment and say, I love you, divine. I invite you to do the same. I love you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being with me in every moment. Thank you for every synchronicity, even when I didn't recognize it. Thank you for everything you did to reach me in the midst of my obstacles and suffering and transformation and learning how to overcome. Learning how to keep that light, that flame going. Thank you for walking with me, beside me, and sometimes even carrying me. I love you back. The divine, the love within me, sees and honors the love, the divine within you. Namaste.